All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually configure the cluster. We did so many things so far in the cluster. We formed the cluster in the last video. We connected to the iSCSI. Everything is good. This is through all provision through our Nutanix. Right now, what we do, we need to go ahead and actually part of the requirement of the cluster is to format the drive as NTFS, and we did that, no problems. Now we need to go to the failover cluster management, and then underneath of the failover cluster management, we need to actually click on the disk. This one, we're gonna rename this to, we're gonna click properties, we're gonna name this to ITKY NXFS. That's the name of this one. Oh no, we got disconnected over here. Hold on. We're doing upgrade to the server as well, so we tried to do this too many things. So let's come over here, apply. There you go. And this one, I'm just gonna name this one SQL or data dedupe. Something that we will need to keep an eye on. We're gonna name this one dedupe. All right, so we got this going now. Now we can go ahead to the roles. There's no roles configured for this server right now. We're gonna configure the role. Next, file server role. Next, we're going to do the first option. The first option indicates that use this option to provide a centralized central location on your network for user to share files or for file server application that opens and close file frequently. This option support both the file server support both the server message block SMB and the network file system NFS protocol. You also support data duplication, file server manager, the EFS replication, and other file server roles. Well, this is amazing. The second one is scale out file server for application data. Use this option to provide storage for server application or virtual machine that leaves files open for extended period of time. Scale up file server client connections are distributed across the nodes in the cluster for better throughput. This option supports SMB protocol or an NFSS, but does not support the DFS or file server manager. Okay, so we're going to use the first option. We're going to make this 36, and we're going to name this one ITKY NXFS share. We're gonna use this, connect to this one for now. Now it's gonna configure this and it's gonna finish this. So there you go. We're gonna hit finish. Well, there you go. Our first roll is running. It's running great. Priority is medium right now. And we got everything else we need to do with this. We can set the priority high or no start and so forth. So I'm gonna make sure the priority is high. And we're gonna go ahead and now create a add a file share. So we're gonna have more options to do this. So hit add a file share. Next, we're gonna click on the quick one, SMB share quick. We're gonna call this one a custom path. The path is fine, F is fine. We're gonna need to make a share name. The share name is gonna be I don't like the name of the share. I need to change this to see if I can minimize this because this is so long to type. Properties. Okay, let's make this small. NXW ITKY. NXFS is fine. And then add a share, add a file share. We're gonna do the quick one just to get this up and running. And then we're gonna do next. F drive is fine. I'm actually changing the custom, so select volume. Volume is fine. Somehow it did not update it. It did not update somehow. Let me verify why. Because when I was creating this, I probably butchered it. Hold on. I may need to stop it and then restart it. Okay, let's come over here. We're gonna do this actually. Stop it. And then start. We need to change the client access name. How do we do that? Because we already came up with that. So let's properties on that. Okay, it's not there. That might be a butchering. I did that. So we need to figure out how can we change the client access name. This is just a right now I just prefer to change it. Most people probably won't even care. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep the client access name looks like the same for now. Because I wanna make sure this video is shorter, not crazy long. All right, well, let's do the real quick because we're about to commit to something. I'm gonna create another role. File server. Let's make this 37. Client access name is gonna be ITKY and X fs. That's it. Yeah, I gotta get nuked. Let's nuke it right now. Let's nuke it. Let's check to make sure the client access name is not on Active Directory. I bet it's probably gonna show up. Let's configure it again. File server 37. Boom. Should have done it that way in the first place. I did not know why I chose that long name. But anyways, we're gonna do this now properly. And it's finished. It's running. It's medium. Let's make this high priority because we want to make sure this doesn't go down. And we're gonna make the share and then hit add file share. Quick. The share name is gonna be IT. I teach. Enable access enumeration. Access enumeration displays only files and folder that our user has a permission to. That's fine. And enable branch cache file. Let me make sure that I asked because like a permission right now is fine, but we can add these permissions later on as we need to. But right now, everybody is good. Administrator. I'm gonna make sure that domain admins is there. And domain admins have full control to everything. All right, there you go. Our file share is running. It's great. We love it. We love it. Okay. Now we can do other roles, and I'm gonna do DHCP next because we can. Let's go ahead and actually add a server role and add DHCP, and then that will conclude the roles that we want to configure. So I was doing some shenanigans over here. Let me close the shenanigans out. Need to make sure DHCP is available on all the other role, all the server, so that way we can add the role correctly. And then same thing here, remote desktops, same thing, add a role. next, DHCP, next. All right, more, the next one, on the next one. All right, on the last one is this one. We're gonna add the DHCP as well. There you go. Once we do this, we finish with this. We'll configure the JCP roles on the cluster and we'll be good. And we can call this a day. We can call the video successful video made. All right, so DHCP is done. Let's configure the role and let's close this out. Let's close this video out with a bang. Okay, but before we do that, let's look at the file explorer. You can see here that's our cluster. If you see this, that means it's a cluster, failover cluster. Do not mess with it. That's our quorum. That's our other thing. So the point of the matter is that this is our cluster is up and running. So now let's come over here, configure the DHCP role. Since we installed the DHCP role on all the other three nodes, we're gonna add the DHCP role to this cluster, and we're gonna be calling it. So configure next DHCP. We're gonna call this DHCP server 38, and then it's gonna be called itky DHCP, highly available DHCP server. Okay, it's already in use in Active Directory. We already have a DHCP like that in Active Directory, so we're gonna call it fs DHCP fs. I should have cleaned out our Active Directory, but that's why we have this issue. So let me just call it DHCP 01. DHCP colo. Okay, DHCP cluster. That's it. Making it bold as possible. All right, so DHCP cluster is there now. Okay, we want to give a storage to our DHCP. Okay, I don't want to give that much storage to our DHCP, so we just need a small storage. So let's come over here, come back to the Nutanix once more. We're gonna reference our storage, and then we're gonna come over here to volume group. I teach DHCP. Okay, disk. Let's just give this thing like a 10 gigs. Don't think we need more than that. And then access, give this 3 servers a try. Okay, same thing. One last round. We're gonna need to cancel this first because we do not have all the requirement for this iSCSI. Let's refresh this. It's not refreshing for some reason. I wonder if it's not done creating. Hold on, maybe it didn't finish creating. Yeah, it didn't finish creating that. Still pending. I'm doing a lot of things too, so that's kind of my fault in trying to do the video and that. So yeah, it's not been done. It's not even completed. That's why we can't see it. Let's see here. Come over here. Did I create a storage container by chance? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. No, I created the right thing. Let's come over here. Okay. We're gonna give it, like we said, 10 gig or even 20 gig, doesn't matter. So we send the up request, but it's not gonna be completed until we actually. Yeah, the cluster is busy. It's a busy, busy boy. It's updating hypervisor right now. But it did create a DHCP for us now, so we do have the DHCP group. If we go over here, it's created two of them right now, so we only need one, the DHCP one, the first one. The other one, I'm gonna delete it. So let's come over here now, refresh. We should see our DHCP. Oof, we're doing too many things right now, too many things. Ooh, we lost that node. Ooh, oof. I didn't see that. It just disappeared. I don't know if you guys catch that, but it disappeared. It's gonna come back probably. Because that was on A. And A is the one we're doing upgrade with right now. It's back. It's back. Turbulence. Let's see our DCP, please. We're gonna get two of them. We're only gonna add one. Which one is it though? This one. Yeah, this is the first one. We're gonna add the first one. Boom. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and format it properly right now so we don't have issues later on. And I'm gonna come over here. In the online, initialize, GPT is fine. Next, create a simple volume. It's fine if the letter is that one, we're just gonna call it or TKY. DHCP. NTFS is okay. Now we have that. We're gonna go do the same thing on the other servers. Just iSCSI piece. Make sure the server is connecting to that. Connect to DHCP. Don't need to initialize it, don't need to do anything else. Then finally, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Okay, come over here. Where is iSCSI's? Refresh. Connect to DHCP, connect. Okay, so now we did that. Let's go ahead to the main server and do this DHCP role. And then we're calling it a day, guys, a day. Because we done this properly. I am loving our new failover cluster. It's gonna save us a lot of headache later on. So click configure role. Okay. On the role, we're gonna hit next. We're gonna choose DHCP. We're gonna give it 38. We're gonna name it ITKY dash DHCP. I'm just gonna make it all one word, ITKY DHCP. That's what I wanna call it. Next. Ooh, hold on. Oh, I did not make the storage. I didn't add the storage to the cluster. Let me add a storage. Storage. Boom. Now we have that. We're gonna go ahead and hit node, configure. DCP 38 ITKY DHCP. Next. Now we have our DHCP. I didn't even name it properly. I should have named this real quick. Let's name it quickly so we don't get this twisted later on. ITKY DHCP. Apply. Boom. Okay, now lastly, I'm sorry, but we gotta get this right. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the naming conform to our naming policy, and organizationally, we want to make sure that we are able to differentiate which is what. 192, never mind. ITKY DHCP. Now let's choose our name. DHCP is there. Next. Next. And boom. And boom. And boom shakalaka. That's it. We got our DHCP running. You know, it's pending right now, but it's gonna run soon. And once it start running, which is running right now, we can now configure manage DHCP server. Which is gonna take a second. Which is here is our manage DHCP server array. We're gonna authorize this. Authorize this server. We can do new scope. We're gonna give IPs 192.168.1.40 192.1.100.05. So that's what we're gonna do. All the DCP should get from here to this. Nothing else. Exclusion 192.168.1.50 to 192.168.1.60. This is our IPMI IPs for Nutanix, so we're gonna exclude those. And then 8 hours is fine for now. Configure the options now. gateway 192.168.1.1.254. Next. Okay, that's the domain, and then DNS servers. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and make another domains that later on that's gonna be part of our domain controllers, but right now they're not up and running. So we're gonna go ahead 111. You can't resolve it, so it will probably fail. Okay, I forgot. Let's not do this. It should time out, and if it does time out, then we can just skip this. No, it says this address is not valid. Do you still want to add it? Yes, because I know we're gonna have this later on. .1.112. It's not gonna be valid because the server is down, but it was gonna be part of the server, the DHCP server. It's a part of the it's gonna be domain controller later on. So I want to make sure I add all the domain controllers. Yes, please. 192.168.1.113. That's the last one. Total, we're gonna have 4 domain controllers. Okay, next. No win server. Activate now. Finish. So yeah, we're good. We good, guys. We good. We're done it. So that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. I love Failover Cluster Management Server, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you have questions, concern, feedback, please leave it in the comment. Until next time, guys, peace out. Enjoy and take care. We have a good weekend. Bye bye.